The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
What's up? I'm sorry. What's up? What's up, people? AW Aaron Warrior here on this gorgeous, warm Thursday evening, February 22nd of 2024, a week away from Dune Part 2. I hope you're all having a good day, a good evening, whatever. Maybe if you're watching from another country in a different time zone, whether you're in the behind where I am or in the future. So maybe afternoon where you are, or maybe it's a morning or morning in the other side of the world. I hope you're all having a good day. So welcome to Let's Talk Pop, episode 73. Did I say 73? 72? Was it 72? Or is it be 73? Let me make sure. Is this supposed to be the 72nd episode? Or the 73rd? I forgot. I know it says 72nd, but I might have made a mistake. Okay, it is 72nd episode. My bad. Okay, so once again, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Do all that for me, please. Or comment on the side. And if you're catching this on the replay, feel free to comment. Now, yeah, so there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about today. Coming from today's news and yesterday's news. Originally, I would probably have done the stream yesterday, but there was nothing to. I was busy, had family over, and yeah, that's why I decided not to do it. Okay. Now, to let you all know, Blinded might be away for a while. If you check his Twitter account, his X account, he explains why he'll be away for a while. So don't expect Blinded on my streams for some time being. Okay. Just to let you know, he was on his last stream. I can know he was on was the Madam Reb Let's Talk Pop stream. So yeah, Blinded will be away for a while. But that's okay. I'm here. I always have to be here. I'm hosting the show, and everybody's free to come on if I ever send you an invitation, which I have. I want Finbar to come in. All right. So we're gonna get the Marvel stuff out of the way first. From Hollywood Reporter. Actually, before we get into the actual topics, and we're going to look at Borderlands. We're going to talk about that. We're going to look at the Marvel stuff. We're going to look at who's going to direct the next Jurassic Park movie. We're going to look Dune Part 2 first reactions. We're going to take a look at Borderlands. Edge of Tomorrow potential news. Deathstroke. And also other things that from today that I have not put in my description below. But first, we're going to look at something that made the rounds of the internet today. The internet buzz. We're going to take a look at the pic that James Gunn and the rest of the crew. The Superman. This is a Superman Legacy cast and crew. The actors and actresses are going to be in Superman Legacy. As you can tell, they're in a very warm state. It's Atlanta, Georgia, I believe. So obviously you got Nathan Fillion in the front. Guy Gardner, Green Lantern Guy Gardner. I assume the one on the left is Isabel Merced, who's going to be playing Hawkwoman. I'm not exactly sure. On the right, I think that might be Engineer's actress. I don't know her name off by heart. I'm sorry. And then obviously on the far right, you got on the front right, you got Rachel Brosnan, who's going to be Lois Lane. And you got the model Sarah something, who's going to be Eve Tiss Massacre. In the second row, kind of, you got the actor who's going to play Mr. Terrific. I'm not going to botch his name for you guys. So I'm not going to even bother. You most famously know from the X-Men movies. I don't know who the guy in the blue shirt is playing. I don't know the actor that. I don't know who he's playing. Then you got Peter Safran there. Obviously not an actor, but you got Peter Safran there. You got Skylar Jacinto, Jimmy Olsen. And you got Man of Morpho, the actor playing Man of Morpho. And finally, in the back, you got the two mortal enemies. David Corset, all the way in the back, the tallest one here. Superman, and you got Nicholas Hoult, Lex Luthor, and yes, this Lex Luthor is going to be bald right off the start. They're going to make sure he's bald. Bald Luthor. Okay. So that's the picture. Them taking a picture outside. Okay, let's move on to the actual topics at hand. Actual stuff at hand. Before I go into it, just checking my phone. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. Marvel Hollywood Reporter. This is from Hollywood Reporter. Marvel Studios has decided, as we know, we suspect this is going to happen. That Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty was probably not going to happen. I mean, the Avengers movie was going to happen, but the title, Kang Dynasty, was probably not going to happen. Now, this came out yesterday in the Hollywood Reporter. A whole article on Marvel and Marvel Studios in general, really. Upcoming future Marvel Studios. Well, on some stuff. And stuff has kind of been announced. This article really doesn't talk about what they think is in the pipeline. It's just talking about what's announced and possibly coming out. But this article says about Avengers 5, and this article refers to the other projects Marvel Studios has, like Thunderbolts and etc. Okay. Avengers 5 originally was called Kang Dynasty, right? Multiverse Saga. Oh, Kang is going to be the villain of this, the Thanos of the Multiverse Saga, right? Multiverse Saga. Right? He's going to be the big bad villain of the Multiverse Saga. Well, along with the Jonathan Major stuff, all right, and not the so good reception of Kang or the different variants of Kang. Marvel looks like it's decided to go into a different direction, pivoting mid saga. When I mean mid saga, I mean like Phase 5. Okay? And now Avengers 5, the title of Avengers 5 seems it's not going to be Kang Dynasty. It's not going to be Kang Dynasty anymore, right? And it looks like Kang is gone as the big overall villain of the Multiverse Saga Phase 4, 5, and 6. Kiss Krill then, allegedly. What? Okay. So this means obviously Marvel Studios is not. We're not satisfied with Kang, and they were looking a way out with Jonathan Majors, and they found a way out. And they found a way out with Jonathan Majors when his once the court came up with the ruling over the case he was involved in back in December, and that was the way out. Jonathan Majors has been let go but fired by Marvel Studios, but beforehand there was rumblings that they were looking to part ways with Kang, or Jonathan Majors beforehand. They were looking to pivot from Kang. Because unlike Thanos, maybe they thought Kang wasn't catching on as a major big threat. And I can see why. And and I'm a little itchy. I'm sorry if I'm scratching my arm. I'm a little itchy. Now, hello, Anthony. Now, I didn't believe they were going to get rid of Kang. I thought they were going to stick with Kang. Honestly, I thought they were going to stick with Kang and go with a new actor. Someone to still replace Jonathan Majors, the new actor. Okay, you ready? Okay, and now with this that coming out yesterday, with that article, Hollywood Reporter article on Marvel, and potential rumors of who possibly might be the villain in Fantastic Four, Galactus. They might pivot to Galactus being the Thanos, the replacement villain, the replacement Thanos. Yeah, I'm gonna call him replacement Thanos out of this face, and they're gonna have officially still call it the Multiverse Saga in a way, but it's gonna be different. Multiverse Saga. It's not gonna involve Kang. It's gonna be different, and I don't know how they could work. You're gonna have to change it. Everybody who's working on, I'm sure they're changing it. They're finding a way to change it. Yes. Okay. I mean, okay. Now, obviously, I would not use Galactus as a one-time villain for Fantastic Four. I mean, that's stupid. And obviously, I would not use Doctor Doom as the main villain for Fantastic Four. That's stupid too. You could always introduce Doctor Doom, perhaps. And Fantastic Four, maybe after credit scene. I didn't hear this. Hey, George, what's up?
What goes on? Basically, I found that I found the perfect comparison. Kevin Feige is the Doc Rivers of Hollywood.
You're here blinded?
What the hell?
What are you doing here? I'm trapped. Are you in the quantum realm? Are you in the quantum realm? I'll save you.
I should stay in the quantum room. Here's yeah. CW knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, Hersey.
Kevin Feige is like the Dark Rivers of Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Where was I? Now, where was I? I need Degrassi in the chat too. Degrassi knows a lot of stuff, but he may not be here because he would say something right now. Was my opinion, Kang. It can't really sway away from Kang because they already kind of established him. No matter how good or bad, they kind of established him. Just go with Kang, or just have somebody like another villain. Kang, maybe Kang is a red herring, and there's somebody else. Somebody else is really pulling the strings.
Well, Kevin Feige better not find any excuses.
No,
he like
no.
Doc Rivers. It's everyone else's fault but his.
Well, it's Jonathan Major's fault too.
Yeah, but like he's gonna blame someone else for why his movies ain't doing so well.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan Major's fault.
I guarantee you it because there's rumors of drama with the upcoming Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. He gonna put all the blame on Sony. He ain't gonna take no blame.
This is all alleged insiders. Yeah, but some of the stuff they reported in the Hollywood Reporter is actually true, though, and we're gonna get to that a little bit later on. Some positive, some negative. If it depends on the point of view, but they might just change it to Secret Wars Part 1 and 2.
I think that'd be the smart thing to do.
Originally, Infinity War was supposed to be 2 parts. Endgame was not really supposed to be called Endgame. Infinity War is supposed to be called Part 1 and 2.
I thought it was going to be Infinity Gauntlet.
Or something like that. Yeah, it was originally supposed to be. Yeah, it was originally supposed to be 2 parts. If the final 2 Avenger movies of the Marvel won't say anything until there's probably the big I don't know, when they have some event or Comic-Con. Comic-Con will know like when the next project is because we know we have 4 movies next year from Marvel, right? We know we have the Avenger movies, but we don't know what's happening with after 2026. What's happening with Spider-Man 4? We know. Okay, all the movies coming next year, right? We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening. We know Armor Wars is being turned into movies, but we don't know when that's going to be coming out. We don't know who's going to be in it, who's going to direct it. Yeah. We don't know what else. I say Spider-Man 4, but we don't know what other movies. Rumor Midnight Suns, but they said Midnight Suns. You can't. But from the site that reported Midnight Suns, you can't take credibility either. The only time I take Marvel seriously when they announce movies and TV shows is probably Comic-Con. Most of the time, Comic-Con, because they haven't announced any movies or TV show this year. New one. If I'm correct, and obviously they had a kind of a bye year because of the strikes, even though it's not technically a bye year. But yeah, I think what really hurt potentially what Jonathan Majors Kang was really a Conqueror version of Kang from Ant-Man, which is is
see they rushed that. They rushed that.
Yeah, and Ant-Man's about a year old now. Maybe a little bit of a year old. People they were hyping that movie because of Kang being the next big bad. Yeah, exactly.
And yet the real bad thing was the movie.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
That's why I say Marvel's still cooked.
Here's the thing. Marvel does not announce these movies like Midnight Suns, unless there's a certain character that will be seen on screen beforehand. Okay? Look, for example, Thunderbolts, right? Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is probably in pipeline for a few years, okay? Right? They're probably talking about doing Thunderbolts before Thunderbolts became official. Right? But they had to introduce the Yelena, especially the Yelena's character in Black Widow, and then Hawkeye. Then that's when they could finally, when they introduce her, they could introduce Thunderbolts. They have to introduce a character first, and that character, then they might introduce a movie or another movie where that character's going to be appearing. Okay, that's how they always do it. That's how Marvel always does it. They're not going to announce a movie or a TV show. They're not going to mostly a movie. They're not going to announce a movie with when they have a character that's going to be in that movie, but a major character is going to be in that major character, whether it's a hero or villain, it's going to be in that movie without introducing in a previous film or TV show beforehand. Okay. They're not gonna announce Agatha Harkness same time they're gonna announce WandaVision. Okay, they were never gonna do that. Okay, when they announced WandaVision 2019, you think they're gonna announce Agatha Harkness her show at the same time? No, they're gonna wait till Agatha Harkness is debuted. That's how Marvel does it. Okay, so whoever the Midnight Suns, if they ever do Midnight Suns, plus they probably needed just Ghostwriter for Midnight Sun, and we don't. Who's gonna let them know? Like seriously, I mean, they're just doing Mephisto. That might be a signal, a sign. We might see Mephisto this year in Agatha. Yeah. Agatha is pretty introducing Mephisto, but also the show Ironheart, that show has been done for a while. There's no release date, but it's been done. Done reshoots, done filming, everything is done in that show, everything. No release date, and apparently Mephisto's in that show too. Okay? By Sacha Baron Cohen. Okay? When they want to introduce a new, when they announce a movie or a TV show in the future, it's going to feature a character they're very high on. They want to introduce that character first. Okay. Look at it. They did with T'Challa. They introduced T'Challa, right? Okay. Yeah. See, they introduced T'Challa. See, the Grassy, what they do, right? They introduce characters in other stuff, other shows or movies before they're going to appear in their own movie or own show, right? So they get people an idea, like they did with T'Challa, right? They did that with T'Challa and Civil War, and then he got his own movie. They did that. They did that with I guess Captain Marvel in a way, but we didn't see her in after credits. We just saw that device. Like I said, they had Agatha, her show probably in the pipeline, but they just want to introduce her in WandaVision. Right? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's to get people interested. Okay, that's to get people interested, right? If they really hit on that character, it's all gonna make the movie and show more successful. Okay. Now I would not pivot to Galactus as the replacement villain. I would not pivot to Doctor Doom as replacement villain. Okay? Everybody wants Doctor Doom. No. Why do you want to be a two movie villain? Why? Why do you want Doctor Doom to be a 2-movie villain? There's other villains. There's other villains in the MCU you could think out there, a Marvel out there.
Could this be like an option? Just maybe like, I feel like the idea of just doing a saga dedicated to the multiverse is just very flawed. I think they should just pivot away from that.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of projects like like don't sound like they're gonna be that much multiverse, anyways.
You know, Degrassi, you know what I think what happened? I think Kevin Feige, got an early version of the Suicide Squad game, and they saw what the story is, because Degrassi and I beat the game and you know the story. There's more than one Brainiac, right? There's about 13 variants of Brainiac. There's multiverse, and there's like 13 variants of Brainiac out there, and you only kill one, then you have to get the season pass to go out to get the others, right? It's like this. They probably got the early version of the game and be like, oh my god, DC beat us again. We have to change everything. We have to change the multiverse.
See, that's not really a game to be scared of.
No, it's funny though.
See, this is what I mean. Kevin Feige to me is the Doc Rivers of Hollywood. You know, he's riding on the success of all these other Marvel films, and I feel like he's starting to get exposed. I could easily be like JJ Redick and throw the pen.
Oh, JJ Redick? JJ Redick is triggered so easily. Oh my god!
Listen. Like when Doc Rivers says like he knew those Clipper teams were never gonna win, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, you don't say that.
It'd be like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me we wasted our Clipper years?
Yeah, you don't say that.
But no, like, listen, look, that's not slander on Doc. Doc is a very good coach, but he ain't a great coach. It's like Kevin Feige. He's just a good producer. He ain't a great producer. That's basically what it comes down to. Because, you know, a lot of these decisions, like, it ain't like he's had incompetent directors. Multiverse of Madness, you had a great director in Sam Raimi, and I'm not saying Multiverse of Madness was bad, but it could have been a lot better if you had just let Sam Raimi cook more.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing. It's like you want everything connected, but it's like you also ain't letting a lot of these directors cook. It's like, wasn't that the problem with Edgar Wright? Like, that's why Edgar Wright didn't direct Ant-Man?
You could make sure that the people that work on the films watch. You could make sure the writer watch WandaVision, okay? Like,
so it's like that's what I mean. He's Hollywood Doc Rivers.
If you're gonna work on a Marvel film, you have to watch. To me, if you're a writer or a director, you probably need to watch the previous Marvel films that your character's gonna be in. Okay.
And it's like when you got guys that got writers that say we don't read comic books and all that, that's a problem. Like.
No, not necessarily to me. Not necessarily to me. You probably just have to watch the previous films. There's
no. Listen, if you're gonna adapt comic book story arcs, you got to know what source material you're adapting.
That's
I'm not saying you have to be fully accurate, but listen, if you're gonna adapt some of these things, you got to know the basis of them.
That's true.
Listen, if I know the MCU ain't never gonna do this, but if let's just say like you ever adapted like the Maximum Carnage storyline, you gotta like at least read all the issues of Maximum Carnage to understand like the gist of it. If you want to, if you're doing a Batman movie, you're adapting Nightfall, you gotta at least understand this, read and not do a full adaptation, but understand the basis of Nightfall.
They kind of did Nightfall, and it didn't really. They did a version of Nightfall. It wasn't really good. Dark Knight Rises was kind of a.
I mean, I like Dark Knight Rises, but I'm just saying, like they at least got some of the basis of that. It wasn't perfect, but at least they understood it. Like that's what I mean. Like I feel like even that movie, the storylines that borrowed from other comic book movies, they still did more research than a lot of these MCU directors and writers have done.
Well, the MCU, when they named their movies like Civil War, Infinity War, stuff like this, and some is named after the arcs, it's never really.
Well, I feel like with Civil War, even though there were differences, they got the themes of it correct.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the same thing with Dark Knight Rises. Like they got the themes of those comics correct. But it's like if you can't even get the themes of what you're adapting correct, there's gonna be a lot of problems.
I'm gonna save this.
And I think Kevin Feige needs to be held more accountable for a lot of this. I'm not saying it's his fault about what happened with Jonathan Majors, but because obviously, I don't think a lot of people fully knew how much of a scumbag that he turned out to be. That
Well,
issue that happened.
Even
I mean,
before, like,
the issue that was really bad, assaulting the woman, that obviously happened a month after, Quantumanium
Batman.
came out.
But
But
there
like
was
a lot of
issues
this
with him
but
before.
but a lot of this other stuff, listing all these projects
Uh,
and all that falls on him. Listing all
apparently-
these projects that are either getting canceled or delayed, even without writer strikes and all that, that's on him. That's on him. And like the T'Challa, recasting, not recasting, that's also on him. A lot of these decisions, I feel like, fall onto him.
Yeah, see, Majors hadn't known history, so apparently there was stuff on set with Ant-Man. Apparently, incidents with Catherine Newton, the actress Catherine Newton. I don't
See that's also problematic because she's a young woman. She's like around my age.
Yeah, and
I mean, obviously she's an adult, but like in her mid-20s. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah, still,
but still, like, you already had an issue with your girlfriend. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna have issues with a younger woman?
Also, what made him break out, like got him to the limelight, what got him noticed was the Lovecraft Country of the HBO show, right? Apparently, he was not liked backstage, offset either during that show either. I found out like a week ago, like I read something about.
But so that also falls on Kevin Feige,
Yeah.
then, if that's the case, because if all these issues are happening on your set, and you're a Disney, you're under the Disney brand. This is happening under what is considered a family company.
It's true, Anthony. It's true. You all have a moral clause, and it's a contract. The problem is, sometimes some people can't control their emotion and they do stupid stuff, despite what it says in the contract.
You gotta control.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That you can't that they can't be an excuse for a lot of this.
Yeah, obviously, right? Obviously, you guys try to keep out of trouble. It's just that some people can't control their emotions.
I mean, listen. At this rate, if he ever gets back to acting, don't be surprised if he plays. Don't be surprised if he plays Ron Artest in the Malice at the Palace film.
Don't 2 to 5 years. Because this is bad, but it's nothing compared to other actors and actresses that
I
we're
know.
able to come back from.
Listen, I'm not saying he's Harvey Weinstein, but
yeah. I mean,
look. Mel Gibson said some anti-Semitic stuff, and he came back. He
was able to come back. And yeah, exactly.
So, like. He can make a comeback, but he's gonna have to work on controlling his stuff. Listen, people can make comebacks from doing stupid stuff. Well, I just got done talking about Mouse of Palace. Remember when Ron Artest went into the stands, got suspended?
Athletes all the time, man.
He look, and he never became
NFL players, except for Ray Rice, they come back from like.
He never became the star player that he was destined to be. But guess what? He helped Kobe win a championship.
Artest was a good 3-and-D player. He was like
he still had a good career.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
I mean, for goodness, listen. If the NBA lets a predator like Karl Malone play, then
that's
a
trouble thing. That's a trouble.
That was a trouble thing. That was a problematic thing. But I'm just saying, if that's allowed, then Jonathan Majors can easily make a comeback.
Yeah, because
that should not have been allowed by the way.
Jonathan Majors thing is nothing compared to the Karl Malone. Karl Malone thing is 1,000 times worse. And well, they kind of swept it under the rug, right? I didn't know about the Karl Malone thing until when the All-Star game was announced in Utah for last season. That's when
listen, I watch Mike Korzemba, and he's like one of the best basketball YouTube commentators. He shared it in one of his videos.
Oh, I'm sure the NBA knew and didn't care.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing. It was a civil suit because they knew Karl Malone was going to be this big time NBA player or whatever. So basically they're like, you know what, we're going to get money from you because you're going to make all this money in the NBA.
not only is statutory rape, but still underage. It was pedophilia too. Also, he kind of like disowned the kid too, wanted nothing to do with the kid.
Yeah.
Like he's scumbag. Like, and and they just swept it under the rug because it's happened back in the past. No, man, where you get no, man.
Dude,
Like,
you were 20 years old and you had sex with a 13-year-old girl.
yes,
That is problematic. That is considered like statutory, right?
if it's consent, yeah. I mean, it's not consent technically, but if it's statutory, yeah, they both
But
agree
like,
to it.
like that don't matter. That was an underage girl that he
Yeah,
did that with.
under I think some states, if she's 16, it's legal. I know it's 18.
But she wasn't even.
Yeah. I think it's some places. It might be in some places in the States or in Europe. You have to be 5 years older than the woman, but that girl has to be like 16 years old first. So a 21-year-old is allowed to have sex with a 16-year-old. That's as long as it's consent, right? That's what I think in some places.
So like, yeah, no, that's a problematic thing.
Yeah.
But to get back to the Jonathan
Even
Majors
worse,
thing,
12 is worse. Not even technically a teenager.
Marvel, they want to obviously, I guess, hype up Young Avengers. If Jonathan Majors is like going after someone that's part of your future plan for Marvel, like the Catherine Newton drama, it's like that should be been like a sign that there could be problems because there's other actresses that are around the same age as her that work for Marvel. Haley Steinfeld,
We don't
Florence Pugh.
know what exactly. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but it's been like.
But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of women that work for Marvel that are around that age that would likely probably be in a future movie with him because Kang Dynasty, like Secret Wars.
He's not the worst actor that worked for Marvel. The guy from Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. Well, that's another thing. Like when that stuff came out, why they put him in like? I'm not saying that you can't take him out of the Marvels.
I think it came out after he was in the show.
But like I was after he came out of the show. But like the first trailer, you see the dad in there.
Is it the dad?
The actor that played the dad? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who was under.
Whoa! Why did they release the movie?
That's what I mean. It's like.
Are you sure it's a dad? Because if it was a dad, I would have probably done something with the Marvels. I'm
gonna check that right now, but like I'm pretty sure the guy that played Kamala Khan's dad was
because the dad was in the movie, right? The dad was in the
and he was in the marketing for the movie as well. He was like in the first trailer, right there. Like I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, that's a good question.
So
that's not I mean, I don't know if it is a dad. I don't know if anybody's pointed that out, George. You might be the first one.
No, I don't know if it was the dad. Somebody that was in Miss Marvel. That was. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, it was
somebody like that was connected.
Oh
yeah. So that like. So Miss Marvel, famed actor Mohan Kapoor, sorry if I mispronounced that, accused of sexual harassment by a 15-year-old. This was December 1st, 2022 from Outlook, India.
You think they did a due diligence and found it?
So this was like the end of 2022. So this is after Miss Marvel. This is months before the first trailer of the Marvels came out.
Yeah. Also the movie, and they could have done reshoots to take them out.
I'm not trying to play Righteous Knight or anything, but
I don't think it played Righteous. I don't think it played Righteous, but you think I think
there's a like. Here's the thing. I know the DCEU had their problematic actors, but Marvel's been having a lot of it recently.
I mean, do you think Disney probably did their due diligence on him and found out maybe the accusations weren't true? Because I know
I don't know, but nothing ever came out that disputed it. I would think if they did their investigation, something would have came out that would have put him in the clear.
Yeah, because if there's stuff about it and it turns out to be really, really bad, even though the film was done, they probably could have done some reshoots to take him out. of the movie, and still probably keep it for still have it come out in the same month. Oh, they had to know something in Disney. They had to know something because they never said anything about it. Because oh, oh man,
That's what I mean. It's like I'm not trying to slander Marvel Cam Five, but I'm just saying there's a lot of things that have come out where it like shows they're not the righteous studio.
oh no studio is.
But I'm just saying, like, everyone thought there's this big gold standard to Marvel.
Oh,
It really doesn't looks like there really isn't a gold standard.
Disney? No.
I mean, listen, this ain't the worst kind of situation. I mean, listen, Nickelodeon had Dan Schneider like for ages, and that guy was one of the biggest creeps out there.
Transformers fired.
I call Dan Schneider TV Weinstein
Transformers fired Megan Fox over Hitler comments.
because she compared Michael Bay to Hitler, which was a dumb thing to say, by the way. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you fired her for making that comparison. I think Steven Spielberg did play a role in that.
Spielberg's the one that told him.
And look, I get it. Spielberg had family in the Holocaust. He takes that subject very seriously. But
Yeah.
you know, Michael Bay and Megan Fox were able to make it work out for those
They made
movies.
amends. Yeah.
So it ain't like Michael Bay held this grudge. He wanted to keep her on apparently after that. So it ain't like. So it's like. I don't know. It's just people have gotten fired for less.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got some of these weirdos that have just done way more.
But yeah, you know what? So let's move on to some more Marvel news. Let's see. In that same article, the Hollywood Report article.
But I just want to say, like, I feel like you can recast Kang. Like, it feels like all of a sudden we can't have these recastings. It's like we recast Thunderbolt Ross, we recast Hulk and War Machine
3 times. Well, actually 2 times. I don't know if the Eric Bana Hawk counts. But.
It's like I feel like that and I'm not trying to accuse Marvel being racist with me saying this, and I know they've recasted War Machine, but it's like they seem to be more hesitant with recasting people of color than they do when it comes to casting white people, which to me is so weird. But it's like, okay, like I get it, the T'Challa thing because Chadwick Boseman passed away, but it's like you can find a talented actor of color that can fill in those shoes. It ain't like Jonathan Majors did anything special and unique with this character. You know what? You have a chance of possibly finding someone that can top him.
If the rumor. That's not rumors, but if people want Colman Domingo as Kang, he could pull it off.
That's what I mean. I think they should take a chance with him. I don't think they're gonna, but they should.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's just there's something weird about how they handle this kind of stuff.
To me, they should do different bunch of actors with Kang, different variants of Kang. Have a bunch of different actors. They all need to look exactly all the same. Please.
And here's the thing, I get.
Agree, TW. Don't read too old.
I get what Anthony's trying to say, that Ryan Coogler didn't want to do as well. Look, Ryan Coogler is a great director, but if he was emotionally compromised, maybe they should have found someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get how tough that would have been.
Let's see what else. Okay, yeah, there's more Marvel stuff. Eric Pearson, the writer of Thor Ragnarok and Black Widow, is going to be polishing the script for the Fantastic Four. Yes, so
I mean, wait, he also did the script for Black Widow?
Yeah.
You go from Thor Ragnarok to Black Widow.
To Fantastic Four. Now,
okay, so wait a minute. You write this goofy sci-fi, and look, I love Thor Ragnarok, but it was a goofy movie. You go with this more serious movie with Black Widow that's more grounded,
and try to be too much like Winter Soldier, Captain America, Winter Soldier. Where
I mean, there's no shame in trying to be Winter Soldier.
It's not. Look, Black Widow movie was not a great. It's not a great.
It's not a
movie.
great movie, but I don't think it's a bad movie either.
No, I think it's to me, it's an average MCU film. That's it. It's in the middle. It's basically just an okay film.
I thought it was a good. I actually thought it was a good movie. No, I just hated what they did with Taskmaster. I think that was actually worse than what they did with the Mandarin Iron Man 3.
I did not like the Taskmaster. I mean,
that I did not like how they handled Taskmaster.
It kind of gave away who the Taskmaster was going to be. We knew it was going to be the daughter, right? So if see, this is good, right? If you did Infinity War and Endgame, fine, that's good. I mean, look, Endgame. Look, if you really want to look at Endgame from hindsight, it was not a good It was not a good movie to the end. To the end, okay? Because Endgame was slow. Right? There was a lot.
I gotta disagree. Endgame to me is one of the quickest 3-hour movies that I've seen.
But
I've seen some really slow movies that were shorter than Endgame. Endgame's actually one of the quicker movies for me.
Can you believe Stephen Amell is going to do a Suits spin-off show? But Endgame had one of the best finales to a saga, though. Like the final scene was like the final fight scene. That was one of the best in comic books history. But I like the Infinity War better than Endgame.
No. Listen, Infinity War is in my opinion, the best MCU movie that's come out.
Yeah,
or at least one of the best.
I think it's the best of the 4 Avenger movies. I think it's my number 1, the best. Infinity War is tremendous. So Pacific Rim, Pacific Rim is actually great. So he has a solid, he's up and down, right? But look, that's the problem. The problem is they put Black Widow, Thor Ragnarok in the article when they could have mentioned a bunch of other movies that were major success. They should have put in. This is the same guy who wrote. He also wrote Infinity War Endgame. They should have put that in the article. Okay? They should have put that. Also, we'll see, right? We'll see. Fantastic Four is supposedly filming this summer. So not May, like rumor suggested, summer. Because May is not summer, it's still spring, guys. Then we also got some. Yeah, the thing is, it's true. You would think they put you would think, Anthony, they would put their best work out. If we're talking about this guy working again with Marvel, they would think they put his best Marvel work out, which is Endgame and Infinity War. Not so Ragnarok, Black Widow. They would think they would write in Endgame and Infinity War. Okay, like that makes sense. That's how I would do it. That's how I would do it if I reported on this writer doing the writing for Fantastic Four. I would put it, and he's working at MCU. I would put down Endgame and Infinity War. Then I would put down Black Widow and Thor Ragnarok. But I would get the first 2 biggest box office movies all time out first. Like, why are you forgetting the best work? Like, why are you not putting the best work? That's how you should do it. But yeah, so I know. I think. I know Blind is away. He's taking an ambitious project. He'll be away for a while. He might be back when he's done with his project. I can't wait. I'm eager to see what it is. So, but he might be happy with this if he's not heard about the news. He likes the show Bear, but now the Bear showrunner Joanna Calo is working on a script for Thunderbolts. So, as you know, the Bear. One of the actors is a Thing. The actor from that show is going to play a Thing. The show is going to nominate for a lot of awards. Stephen Ewan. Also, what's her name? I forget her name, but this show has been nominated for major awards, right? Emmys and some Golden Globes, and now Thunderbolts is getting her to do the script for Thunderbolts. Okay, and DC Elite confirmed that. And so I'm excited for. I guess this is good. I'm excited for this. I mean, I'm not like blind. I'm not skeptical on Thunderbolt, but I like some of the members of the team. I like Elena. I like Bucky. I like Red Guardian. I'm interested in that dynamic play out.
I mean, if Suicide Squad never came out as movies, I might be more excited for Thunderbolts. But like, I just feel like this is just gonna be like another Suicide Squad. The question is this gonna be better than the 2016 movie, or that's my thing, because it's like all I see right now is Bucky as another Rick Flag.
Nobody's gonna see a movie for 4 hours or 30 minutes. Trust me.
No, we're no longer in the 50s and 60s when movies like Ben or Her people would see.
Yeah, we don't have that.
And by the way, I needed 2 days to watch Ben Hur.
We don't have that attention span anymore. The people these days, they don't have that kind of attention span.
And look, I love Ben Hur, but like I needed 2 days to watch that the first time I saw it.
Yeah. Okay. Who else did she write? What else did she write for? I'm gonna check it out. Let's see what else she wrote. The Bear. Oh, sorry. No, The Bear. Yeah. So Jeremy Allen, right? Yeah. So what else did she write? What else did she write? Where is? Oh, she's executive producer on the show, but she's done TV shows. BoJack Horseman, she's done that. Hacks, Beef, The Bear. Oh, she's done Beef in the Bear. Beef in the Bear. So that's pretty extreme. That's pretty it's up there, man. That's good. That's good. Those two award-winning kind of shows. It might be a positive. Might be a positive. They got her on the write the script or do the script for Thunderbolts. Now, let's switch off of Marvel, guys. Let's switch off of Marvel. Now we're gonna talk Borderlands. Now look.
Oh, I know nothing about Borderlands.
Yeah, honest. I never played the game.
I never played the game. So
bear with me. Bear with us, guys, because George.
I don't even know anything about like this, so I'm just gonna like listen and.
Oh, I watched the trailer. I liked the trailer.
I didn't see it.
It was fun, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if this is gonna see this movie in the theaters. Okay, but when I watched the trailer, it kind of gave me Guardians of the Galaxy / Suicide Squad, James Gunn style of the creation of trailer, how the trailer is created and how it's shown. But let's take a look. I got it right here. Anyway, I got it prepared. Let me put it up. I'll probably get hit, but by the way, that's Cate Blanchett. Yeah, she's in the film. Kevin Hart's in it. Cate Blanchett, Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis, and I don't know who else. I don't know the young girl's name. I've seen her before. I forget her name. Adriana Greenblatt or something like that. I don't know.
God, I hate this planet.
See, it seems like Suicide Squad, very Guardians, James Gunn.
Yeah, it kind of does look like that. You're gonna get compared to that.
Yeah.
Well, destiny.
That's some. Yeah.
Legend has it that there's this massive treasure hidden in some secret vault. And if you go hunting for it, you better.
So anybody in the comments, if you know anything about the game, who these characters are, please put in the comments below because we know nothing.
Most dangerous dumpster fire of a world in the universe.
God, I hate this planet.
like Sonic.
What
So.
is that smell?
Piss wash color.
Ew!
Put the window up.
I don't want to! Roll the window up!
Roll it up. It's pee. It's pee. Why do you think it's called piss wash? How did it get the name?
It's in my mouth!
I'll be lead.
Do you
Wow.
know how many people have died looking for this vault?
We have something they don't, baby girl.
Okay.
What?
Major issues. Time to make it rain! With your body parts!
What did I tell you?
Minimal
No
explosions!
I said no explosions.
I actually like.
Step aside, bitches.
Ooh, mine's bigger.
What are you doing? I needed a gun. So you asked for it. There's only one in the world. You're special. Uh-oh. Kill them all.
Yeah. Yes, Anthony. No.
What's happening right now?
I'm expelling the excess lead. I can't go if you're looking at me. Actually, scrap that. I can. I really can. Actually, it's helping.
Are we really ready for this to finish?
Keep looking at me.
Coming soon. Pull it off. I actually like the trailer. It looks fun. The trailer made it look fun. It's actually a pretty well trailer. It does look very James Gunn, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it looks very James Gunn. I
like-
mean, it looked better than Madam Web. I haven't seen Madam Web until Saturday. That's why I haven't talked about it. I haven't seen the
Oh,
movie yet.
good
I've
luck.
been so busy.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
and a
gonna
lot of
need
people
to take
worried
like
about this movie.
I'm gonna have to take aspirins when I watch that movie.
There's a lot of people worried about this movie, right? Like if it's gonna be good or it's because of how stuff backstage. Eli Roth had to leave and somebody else to take over, and this movie's been done for 2 years, but it looks like I said, it looks fun. It has a good cast. I probably won't see the movie. I'll watch the movie if it goes when it comes on streaming, but I probably won't watch it in theaters.
I'll see what the reception is.
Yeah,
if it's
me
worth
too.
seeing in theaters.
Because one of the reasons I know nothing about the games, I know that they were popular, but I know nothing. I know nothing about them, and it seems like to me this movie is very faithful to the games, which to me that's what it should be. It should be faithful to the games. If you're gonna right, we've seen that in the past when they try to adapt video games into live action stuff. It's not exactly faithful. Assassin's Creed, but lately they have been faithful. Hollywood's decided to make it faithful to the games, and so it seems like this movie is faithful to the games. The Borderlands games, so that's a good thing. And the trailer, I think the trailer looks fun. It looks like the people in the cast is having fun. If you're looking for something that's a good action flick, comedy action flick, this is the movie. I assume this is the kind of the movie. I mean, apparently it's coming out in August. It's going to go up against Craven. Oh, Craven's at the end of August.
I hope
But-
Craven bombs. I hate to say that I want something to bomb, but it's like these Sony spin-off movies deserve the bomb at this point. I don't even have high hopes for Venom 3 doing well in the box office.
I don't even know what it's called, Venom 3. They didn't even have a title. The last title.
I don't
That's
even know
Michael
if that's
Jordan,
going to
isn't
still come out this year. I don't think they should have that movie come out this year at this point.
Yeah. But though there's gonna be people watching it. First impression trailer looks fun. I've seen people liking it, and people are gonna see it. I'm not gonna see it, but because honestly, I did not watch Uncharted in the theaters. I saw Uncharted later on.
I haven't even seen it yet.
I did like Uncharted. I did not like Uncharted movie. I did not like it. It didn't feel right. I'm like, It didn't feel right. Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg just did not feel right for the character. That's what I was gonna say. Especially Mark Wahlberg, he just did not feel right for Scully from Uncharted.
Well, here's the thing. Tom Holland may not sound like Nathan Drake, but it's like he can kind of pull off the look, I think, with like his hair. But Mark Wahlberg, he can't pull off Sully.
No,
I'm sorry, Mark Wahlberg. Like he plays like a certain archetype of a character.
No, you know what he was? He was playing himself in the film. The thing is,
That's what I mean. He plays himself in a lot of these movies.
I never seen him in a long time play another character that's not himself. Seriously. And he plays himself in this film. And Uncharted. What else is there? Oh yeah, we're gonna go pivot to Star Wars. Not Star Wars. Well, it is Star Wars related, but it's not really Star Wars. Jurassic Park. We all thought last week it looks like David Leitch was going to sign on to do the new Jurassic Park movies trilogy, whatever the plan is. But no, that fell through. But it looked like they quickly got a new director, and the director they hired, people seem pretty happy in a positive light, was Gareth Edwards to direct.
See, I think that's a good choice, but I still think this movie should not come out for at least another 2 years. Like they're rushing this Jurassic Park movie.
They wanted to come out next year, right? That's what they said.
They don't even have a cast.
Yeah.
We too busy worrying about the next MCU Spider-Man movie getting rushed. This movie getting rushed to death right now.
Yeah, I like this.
See, it's like I look at the progress of Superman Legacy. I'm like, I feel like this is on a good pace right now. It's like these movies are supposed to come out in the same month. They don't even have a cast for this shit. They're finally finding a director for this Jurassic Park movie.
They said they want this movie for summer of 2025. Is that what they said? Is that what they want? Let me check. I think they said around summer 2025, right? Because all the past Jurassic Park movies came around July 2nd, 2025. Yeah, July 2nd, right? Because all the past Jurassic Park movies came around around June, right? Yeah, they're all Jurassic Park movies are summer movies. Every single one of them was a summer movie. Yeah, so June 2nd apparently is what the schedule is. Are you sure they want to go up against Superman Legacy in eventually Fantastic Four? I know Fantastic Four is at the end, but Superman Legacy is basically a week after. This movie is not going to make that date. The thing is, George, right? They already got with Fantastic Four Superman, they're getting very close to filming, right?
Here's the thing. We talk a lot about superhero fatigue. I still think even with superhero fatigue, if you were to list these three movies and ask a bunch of random people which one you're more excited for, I guarantee more people are going to be excited to go see a Fantastic Four and Superman movie than another Jurassic Park movie, especially after how the last one turned out.
See, the thing is, you're right. But I have faith in Gareth Edwards because I really like his film.
Well, no. Listen. Gareth Edwards is a very good director. Yeah. But I'm just saying, if you rush this thing after the mess that was Jurassic World Dominion, You might you might be compromising the director. Listen, studios need to cannot rush this stuff because studios are part of the problem.
I
It ain't
mean,
just that directors gotta step it up. They gotta stop rushing these directors.
I think well they're doing this film because Dominion made like $1 billion.
Unfortunately,
It was a horrible movie. It was a horrible movie. Like it was a horrible movie
probably like the worst $1 billion movie.
of 2022.
No, and just in general.
Well, some of them
Probably worse than Age of Extinction. Here's the thing: I can rewatch Age of Extinction and roast the hell out of that movie. If I watch Jurassic World Dominion, all I feel is disappointment and frustration.
I don't know how that movie
Because
went.
like you had the original cast come back, you had the premise of dinosaurs going loose, blending into our society, and you couldn't even execute any of those themes well.
Yeah, but
Like to me, that's just a mess.
I do hope this movie get a good cast too. Get a good too. It's gonna be a new cast. I was excited when they did bring back some of the original cast for Dominion, but then I watched the movie. I'm like, whoa.
See, that's what I
Why?
mean. It's like, and I remember people were saying, because I think one of the trailers must have came out after No Way Home. People were saying this is gonna be the No Way Home of Jurassic Park movies. Hell no.
Oh no.
If
no.
anything, this was the Batman and Robin of Jurassic Park movies.
Oof.
That is bad. That is a bad thing to say.
It was a garbage movie.
It was just so disappointing.
And they really like seriously, like Superman Legacy and Fantastic Four, like they're coming out the same month, but they have a cast and they're getting ready to film soon. I mean, Superman's filming now, but
well, didn't they just recently have their read?
Yeah, table read. Yeah,
Table read. So like, listen, James Gunn is like making sure everything's on track. Like,
yeah.
No, people want to slander James Gunn all they want. James Gunn is coming into this movie prepared, more prepared than any other DC director has in like
oh yeah,
a long time.
He's passionate. He's really, you could tell he's like the most.
He wants to
passionate
get
about
this thing right.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
has to start off right.
Yeah, so that's why like even though like I want this to be great. Of all the upcoming superhero movies, this is like one that I'm not as concerned about as I am others.
Oh, by the way, there's people complaining about this in the table read pictures, and those people are they're from the Snyder fandom.
They still relevant, the Snyder fandom? I haven't heard that.
Not as much. They're not making as noise as much. But they did make noise today.
Like,
today they did.
It's like these guys, like, listen, I'm going to be honest. I haven't even heard the name of a certain Jedi in a long time.
Same here. Or I haven't really paid attention to him. Even Zod or even Syl. I see them once in a while.
They all became irrelevant.
I mean, I see RJ still talking about them from time to time.
Hear my thing. Don't pay attention to people that are irrelevant. That's what I say.
Yeah, here's the thing.
They no longer listen. I love RJ, but listen, these people ain't irrelevant anymore. They haven't been.
They're not getting. Relevant. Yeah, they're not getting what they want.
Like people ain't even talking about them on YouTube anymore. It's like they ain't getting it in the conversations as much. And look, I'm not trying to sound like the curmudgeon because I know I've been sounding a bit critical of stuff lately, but it's like these guys they no longer relevant. At this point,
because they're
like they ain't even like as relevant in a bad way like a lot of these big time YouTubers like FouseyTube, Jack Daughtery. Like they can't even be controversial correctly.
No, they're most of them are just dumb as Doomcock. Because Doomcock cuts up a lot of stupid stuff. They're just those people like that are just like Doomcock. They come with a lot of stupid stuff.
Here's the thing. Doomcock's dumb, but he's funny. It's so hilarious to watch.
It's
so bad. It's entertaining. When I watch like some of these Snyder fans, it's just sad and pathetic. Because here's the thing: at least Doomcock has a mask on, so I can't even see his face.
Doomcock was an idiot. I mean, I did a stream on Doomcock on Sunday. It really pissed me off. Doomcock. My God, it was about Deadpool, about
My
Deadpool
sister
plot
was
leaks were
listening,
about.
I would have stopped by, but my sister wasn't
It's
around.
okay.
Yeah, but
Oh
it's
my
especially
God.
for Doomcock. Like, listen, like I'm not a big fan of watching Grace and John Campbell videos, but Doomcock, like I'll watch to roast the hell.
No, that the video I did the stream on, we always knew in some way Doomcock is a little bigotry towards female, right? The MCU stuff. But that video I did a stream on, it really came out and shown, and he put She-Hulk in the title for some reason. He said it. Guys, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh in the chat. I said this on a stream. I said this on a stream a couple days ago on this channel, maybe. But Doomcock, like in that video, Doomcock said the plot of Deadpool was where Deadpool is gonna save the MCU by killing off other heroes, unpopular heroes.
So wait, Deadpool's gonna be the savior by killing the woke heroes?
Yes, basically the woke.
So wait a
hero.
minute, he's basically saying that that the
She-Hulk,
MCU is gonna save itself.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh my lord! Talk about hating a studio while at the same time trying to simp for it by saying they're gonna become great again.
And also he
said,
said,
my goodness.
Also he said it's gonna be the TVA in this film is the Fox TVA, and the TVA in the MCU is the MCU TVA. And I'm like, are you a fucking idiot? It's the same TVA.
Wait a minute. When has the Fox TVA ever appeared?
It's not. It hasn't. It's the same TVA because George, right? The TVA does operates outside of time, right?
Listen. If Fox wanted to include the TVA, they could have done that in Days of Future Past or Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
They ain't in those movies as far as I know, unless I gotta rewatch those movies again. But I'm pretty sure none of them are in there.
He thinks the MCU is the actual universe that Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Captain Falcon, all these characters we watched from the first Infinity Saga and some of the other movies afterwards. He thinks that's the MCU universe. He thinks that universe is titled the MCU. As the MCU is, that's not what I'm like Doomcock. That's not what the MCU is. The MCU is the MCU is not a little universe. It's not a little universe. That universe is 616. If you pay attention to Doctor Strange, because I'm pretty sure everybody in this film has, that universe is 616. Not MCU, because MCU is not a specific universe, right? It's not a little universe. That's how stupid he is. That's how stupid he is. That's how stupid he actually thinks the MCU is an actual little universe in the films.
Oh my. I'm sorry. I'm just like, this. I feel like this school year, I think my coworkers notice it. Every time something bizarre happens, I make a face. I'm like, wait, what? I feel like one of those coaches. You ever see the Shaq and Fool segment where after a player makes a dumb play, the coach just looks so dumbfounded?
Well,
that's basically been my face a lot this year. Well, that basically my face right now.
Yeah, Doomcock will appear in that show a lot.
Listen. If Kevin Feige's Doc Rivers, Doomcock is Kwame Brown,
or JaVale McGee.
because Kwame Brown likes to say a lot of dumb stuff online.
That's true.
And I basically am JJ Redick.
But Doomcock, oh my god, he actually literally thinks the MCU is an actual little universe in the films and TV shows. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. He is so dumb as hell.
Dum, you give me gum.
Yeah, I'm not in the museum.
Not museum. Dum, you give me gum. Can I get the Doomcock gum?
You belong in the museum, Doomcock. Remember? So what I did, George, right? I bookmarked that video, right? Because when we see Deadpool, and when we know once we see it, he's gonna be dead wrong, because we know he's dead wrong now. But we're gonna show evidence. We're gonna have evidence right? Once we see it, we're gonna definitely go to that video in July, that I bookmark, and we're gonna go over and see what he got right and we got wrong. And I'm pretty sure, George, he got nothing right. But we'll wait till July, right? We'll wait till July. I just had to bookmark that video because, like the Indiana Jones stuff. Remember Indiana Jones 5? Remember he said the plot was and wasn't true at all? We're doing that again.
Yeah.
I made sure to bookmark this for this time. I made sure to bookmark the plot for Deadpool.
Yo, if he wants to cover some real drama, cover this Sony v Kevin Feige how to handle Spider-Man 4 drama. Like, see, that's the kind of drama that would make sense to cover. Like, that used to be the stuff Midnight's Edge used to cover. The Sony versus Marvel Studios back when Midnight's Edge didn't care about culture war nonsense.
Yeah, well, you have to give into the grift, right?
You gotta give into the grift. It's like, we are fans of this stuff. It's like, yeah, fans that like to hate on stuff. I mean, I know I've become more critical of stuff, but it's like, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Like, listen, there's just flat out hating stuff. Like, here's the thing. You can Marvel Studios has a lot of criticisms. Being woke ain't one of them. I mean, listen, when Grace Randolph in her Wakanda Forever review brought up the fact that there's a lot of women, or it was like hinting towards MCU stuff, I was like, you just chilling at this point. You're chilling for a group of people that mock you.
Yeah, there's a lot of women in Wonder Woman.
Yeah, well, Wonder Woman, great movie. And that's Jeremy. Listen, Jeremy Griggs used to always say, like, I love Wonder Woman. It was my favorite movie of 2017.
There's a lot of men in the movie 300. There's only one woman in 300, and that was Queen, and that's it. There's no other woman in 300. But
we like heroes like
Yeah.
Ripley, like Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Like, we like Lando. Like, oh my goodness! Like,
Are you gonna see Dune Part 2?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna rewatch the first Dune this weekend. So it's been a while since I've seen it. I love Dune, but I gotta rewatch it.
So I'm gonna look at Rotten Tomatoes because it's getting rave reviews.
Yo, it's getting raved. Listen, good movies deserve good stuff.
Right? So I don't. You probably won't agree with me with this, but Degrassi kind of agrees to a certain point on. Degrassi doesn't fully agree with me on this point, but he could see it up as a possibility, and that is that I think it could hit $1 billion.
I think it's gonna make more than the first two. Here's the thing: if March wasn't so stacked with other stuff, because Kung Fu Panda 4 Ghostbusters comes out this month, I would actually give it a fair shot of making
90.
Probably 900 at least.
98% critic reviews of Dune. 98%.
The thing is, we're dealing with another crowd in March. I don't know what's up with March lately that we're just becoming so packed. Last year was a packed March. This year we got another packed March. Well, not as packed, but still packed.
So 98 critic score based on 129 reviews.
And here's the thing. I say packed because I think these movies that are coming out in March, I think all these movies are going to make more money than the movies that came out last March. Let's see. Last year you had Creed 3, Scream 6, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, John Wick Chapter 4, and I think to close out the month it was Dungeons and Dragons. This month, let's see, you got Dune Part 2, Kung Fu Panda 4, Ghostbusters.
Remember, Dune moved up.
Yeah. I actually got to look and see if there's anything else coming out in March, because it just feels like this March, even though there's less movies,
and
these are also movies that I think are going to make more money than last year's movies.
People are saying this might be the best.
Oh, wait, isn't Godzilla coming out this month? Next month?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Yes.
You got all these movies that are coming out, and to me, it just looks more competitive.
People are saying might be the best trilogy, because it's gonna be a trilogy, right? It's gonna be a trilogy. They said that's gonna be a trilogy. This might be the best trilogy since the Lord of the Rings trilogy. In terms of fantasy.
I mean, the first Dune was great. Got to rewatch it because I'm always
Yeah.
torn between an A and an A plus for that movie. Hey, but listen, Dune Messiah, like Denny Villeneuve, I don't know when he's gonna make that. If he pulls it off, that we're gonna
Yeah.
have. Listen, people were comparing Dune to Lord of the Rings before I even saw the movie.
That's
I
what
was
they
like,
s-
if this is sci-fi Lord of the Rings, sign me up because I never read the
Yes.
book until the movie came out.
Not Rebel Moon, guys. It's gonna be Dune. Rebel Moon's not gonna be the new Star Wars as a sci-fi
Listen,
fantasy genre.
anyone who says like Rebel Moon is
It's an idiot.
is good, go watch this movie.
Yeah, we haven't even seen this movie. Go watch it though. Go watch this movie. 'Cause we know
Go
it's gonna be
watch.
good.
Listen, if you want good science fiction for the modern day, watch a good movie that's actually from a consistently good director.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Zack Snyder, but Denis Villeneuve has a better track record than Zack Snyder does.
I would hire if James Gunn could get Dennis Villeneuve just to do one comic book movie in the DC universe, get him on board. Get him on board.
Listen, Denis Villeneuve. I'm not just talking about his science fiction work like Arrival and Blade Runner 2049. Sicario was a pretty good movie. Prisoners,
Sicario was
great
amazing.
movie.
Yeah.
Enemy, good movie. It's like
Yeah.
the guy's got a good track record, whether it's grounded stuff or science fiction stuff. And anyone who says he's overrated, they just don't understand movies. Like to me, like listen, this guy, he got potential to be better than Nolan. He might be better than Nolan in some regards. And look, I'm the biggest Nolan fan. I'm even saying that we might have a new GOAT as far as directors go. I'm gonna be like Shannon Sharp. I'm gonna simp for Denis Villeneuve like he sims for LeBron. GOAT Villeneuve.
Wait, that's simp for LeBron.
But look, I can start simping for Denny and be like, GOAT Villeneuve. The GOAT. He's the GOAT.
So yeah, I'll probably see it next Thursday. Gotta take us for next Thursday on the 29th.
I need to get tickets for next weekend because I want to see it. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to like. I'm gonna stress myself out watching Madam Web. I know I don't need to see it, but it's like I need to see how bad this thing is. I just need to see just how bad this is. Like how badly Sony screwed the pooch.
Did you watch the debate that I was on with DL, Max,
No,
Crazy Joe, Perp?
No, but by the way, is it true Max liked this movie?
Yes, kind.
Oh
He said no,
my
but he missed it was
goodness.
kind of dumb.
See?
He missed it was kind of dumb in some.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Like that, he missed that. Like he missed his kind of. It was a dumb kind of fun movie.
But no excuse. I'm sorry, but like at a time
It was Joe. It was Joe who liked the movie.
Here's the thing. I'm sorry. At a time when superhero fatigue is actually a thing,
Yeah,
you want better comic book movies because this got the Marvel tied to it. I know it's not Marvel Studios, but like this is gonna hurt comic book movies.
It does say in the before the actual movie starts, it says association with Marvel Comics, so it's still Marvel.
Exactly.
Yeah, they all do that because they have to.
Look, it's bad enough that you got some people that think every comic book movie is the same studio.
Yeah.
Listen. Mom, like I don't know what Justice League movie it was. I think it was the Snyder cut. What the credit the scene where Deathstroke is meeting with Lex Luthor, she thought that was Deadpool.
Who?
My mom. And like she knows the difference between
Well,
Marvel and
she's
DC.
kind of right. Deadpool is kind of
But like even then, she was like that Deadpool. I'm like, no. I'm like, I thought you knew better.
It's like if you got there's definitely people out there saying, "Wait, how come Batman's not in the MCU?" Like, because Batman's from a different company from DC. There are people like that.
So it's like that's just gonna hurt superhero movies in general when you make crap like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this will maybe this will encourage me to do a stream again. On how bad this movie is. I'm gonna have to see, but it's like I just don't get it. It's like.
Even Anthony could tell you how crazy that debate was. Like Belcher was in the chat, and he could tell you how crazy that debate was. And like crazy Joe, like you know Joe, he's
listen. I like Crazy Joe. He's a nice guy, and I do. Yeah. And look, but he got a very unorthodox, interesting take on movies.
Yeah, it's clearly a different perspective than most of the people.
It's
in
like, here's the
general
thing.
audience
He
out
wasn't
there.
a big fan of the Batman, but yeah, he enjoys movies like this and comedy. I'm not saying he doesn't have taste. I'm just saying though, like
Nice.
his
nice.
perception of what makes a good comic book movie
This-
very different from the majority.
The Batman is a million times better than Madame Web. Actually, every Marvel MCU movie is better than Madame Web. Okay, even the worst one. Okay,
Listen,
Thor-
like I'm quick question. Were there any DCEU movies that are worse than Madame Web? Even the bad ones?
no.
Even Wonder Woman 1984?
1984 was still better. It had a better story.
Okay then. So obviously that's bad. If
It was cheesy, but it was still better.
It's that's what I mean. It's like the thing is, why do we like? It is 2024. It is the 2020s. Why are you still making comic book movies that look like they're from the 2000s? And I'm not talking about the first two Spider-Man movies or the first two X-Men movies or Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. I'm talking about like the bad ones. Why are you making movies of that quality?
Because Sony doesn't care. You just care about keeping
Sony
the
needs
rights.
to start caring. Listen, they doing this because they want to hold the rights to Spider-Man, but it's like you're just putting stuff and seeing what's gonna stick. I'm sorry, they don't know what the fans really want. They're doing what they want so they can keep making their money. But guess what? The fans are becoming wiser to the trick. People aren't just going to movies for the sake of going to movies. They want to see what's worth seeing.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I love Degrassi here, buddy. I'm checking your Twitter right now.
Look, here's the
Degrassi.
thing. I'll say this about One Might Take 4. Special effects and technically, it was a fine movie. It was just had a really bad plot.
Yeah. But
like special effects wise, there was nothing wrong.
Degrassi's like, I was checking your buddy out. I'm checking your X account. I'm checking your buddy out, Chris Gore. I love Chris Gore. Turning Spider-Man into a girl brand has proven to be costly for Sony. Well, here's one problem.
Listen, that's not the problem. The problem is a bad movie. Listen, there's nothing wrong with having female-led superhero movies. The problem is, are we make them good or bad? And unfortunately, a lot of them aren't good. And that's a shame. That's a shame.
There's been a trend where lost female superhero movies haven't been exactly good. It's actually there's been more bad ones than good ones. And that's a shame. You're like, right. In the 2000s specifically, there's been a lot of bad female-led superhero movies. And some of them are not even DC or Marvel related. Some of them are like, I don't know, like that Mila Jovovich movie. I forget what it's called. Or Violet something. I forget what it's called. There's been a lot of bad female.
And look, I'm not saying that every single female-led superhero movie is bad. The first Woman movie, great movie.
Wonder Woman 17
I was saying before, I actually like Black Widow quite a bit. Captain Marvel and the Marvels, I don't think they're terrible movies. I just think they're weak in comparison to other MCU movies. But the Marvels is enjoyable. I'll say the Marvels, like I can rewatch.
Some people are comparing the Marvels to Madame Web.
That's bad.
How much worse? Madame Web.
The Marvels, at least, it's entertaining.
Marvels is not a terrible movie.
Here's the thing. The Marvels, like, look, I liked all the leads in the Marvels. I actually thought Captain Marvel was a way better character in this one.
Like, look, here's George. Like I said about Black Widow, I think the Marvels is now looking back, it's an average MCU film.
Listen, it's not a terrible movie. No. It just is not that good of a movie. But it ain't a terrible movie. But listen, like, I'm going to be honest. I don't hate Birds of Prey. I actually do find enjoyment in Birds of Prey. It's not a great movie, but I can at least I can rewatch it. Like, there's some things that I can rewatch, even if they're not that good. But it's like, then we get into the Electras, the Catwomans of the world. See, those are
bad as that. This might be worse than those, possibly.
Oh my! And it's like, I'm sorry. Like, and here's the thing: this movie had a bizarre story. I don't know if I should share. Apparently, some dude got arrested in a Madame Web screening for going off because of Sydney Sweeney in the movie.
Really? For
Yeah. I'm like, what the? So wait a minute. People are only seeing this movie, I feel like, at this point because of the women in there.
You don't have to see the movie for that. That guy doesn't have to see the movie to do that. You know, you could just go on Pornhub for that.
Well, like, it's like, listen, at this point, that's the only reason people are going to go see this movie. There's two reasons. Number one, because of how bad it is. They want to see how bad it is. Number two, it's because they want to see, because, like, they want to see the attractive women in there. Unfortunately, this
Yes,
does
I
not
have. Yeah.
Listen. This does not do any justice to any of these actresses. Actually, you know what? No, Isabella Merced's gonna come back from this because she's gonna be in Superman
All of them are
Legacy
fine.
and The Last of Us Part 2. She's gonna be fine.
Sydney Sweeney's fine. Trust me.
Sydney Sweeney's gonna be fine. Dakota Johnson's the one I'm concerned about because she is now tied to two bad franchises. You are tied to the 50 Shades trilogy, and I know I didn't do a 50 Shades review, but unfortunately, I could not stomach it because thinking about it, I don't want that for my mental health.
Well, 50 Shades of Grey did not hurt her career at all.
No, but I'm just saying she's going to be tied to that for the rest of her career. No,
Actually,
listen, the movie's made money.
I think 50 Shades, honestly, I think 50 Shades actually helped her career. And why am I saying that? Because I think it was a huge risk. Yeah, I think she took a huge risk, and they like that, and Hollywood liked that. You know what? Made bad films, but he took a huge risk doing this stuff, and we respect that.
But she needs to pick better projects. I'm sorry. She got potential, but she is wasting her potential being in these bad franchise movies. You either go in a good franchise or find independent movies that you can showcase your talent. Because this is not a good look for her, especially when she does not know anything about this franchise.
None of them did.
Like, you see, like, she was so off on the title of all these Spider-Man movies. It was embarrassing.
She didn't watch them. She probably hasn't watched a lot of Marvel films.
So it's like, this is.
I could tell she was never really. She was never into comics.
This was just a move to try to get money.
Well, to be honest,
I mean, obviously you want to get money, but it's like you thought you were going to make a lot more money than 50 Shades, but it's like, guess what? No one wants to see these Spider-Man movies without freaking Spider-Man.
Oh man, there was like she was on Cafe in Ryan Seacrest. Dakota Johnson, and they know nothing. They don't do the research. Degrassi saw this, right? Degrassi saw this because I showed this on stream a couple days ago. They asked her. They had Dakota Johnson as a guest, and he said, "Oh, now you're in this movie. Now you're signed up for like 35 movies," because they thought she was in the MCU. And Dakota Johnson had his face. And she's like, "Yeah."
That's what I mean. You're casting someone who ain't even passionate.
Yeah, she was a passionate interview.
It's like,
but also the hosts were not very. The host didn't know. That's also on the fault of the researchers and the interns that work on the talk shows. They have to, they have producers too, right?
I'm just gonna say this. You want to know why people like Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland so much? Because they're actually passionate about making good Spider-Man movies. Between Andrew Garfield not being satisfied with how his trilogy went and taking that role seriously, and Tom Holland saying, I want the next movie to be really good for me to be in it. I just don't want to do another movie for the sake of another movie.
Look, I don't know how. I don't know. I can't obviously. I can't.
Like, that's the difference between them and Dakota Johnson right there.
But the thing with Tom Holland, I don't know if I could. I don't know how he's feeling personally. Like, I can't share emotion. I can't share feelings. I can't feel that, right? But with Tom Holland, I wonder if he's frustrated with apparently the supposed negotiations between Marvel Studios and Sony about the Spider-Man 4. I wonder if he's frustrated how things are not going well.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's made it clear that he wants to come back if they have a really good story and movie. He's holding them to a high standard because look, after No Way Home, you obviously you want to top it. I don't think you will, but you want to find a way to top it. And here's the thing. He is siding with Kevin Feige. He has always made it clear that he is on Kevin Feige's side more so than Sony's.
Yeah,
and by the way, here's the thing.
Sony though, right?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this in defense of Amy Pascal. She wants this partnership to work. It's Tom Rothman, who has a bad track record when it comes to superhero movies. He is behind all the bad decisions that Fox had made in the 2010s. And listen, he is behind a lot of bad decisions from Sony. Listen, people shit on Amy Pascal. I'm going to give Amy Pascal credit. I've not been the biggest fan of her, but she clearly values Kevin Feige's input on these Spider-Man movies because she knows that live-action Spider-Man got better when Kevin Feige made that deal.
But the thing is, it's no
and it's
excuse,
not just
right?
quality. They made more money.
Yeah.
So
But,
it's like she knows how valuable this deal is. She has learned from her mistakes, while Tom Rothman has yet to learn from his. That's so you know what? Like, for people that want to give Amy Pascal a lot of crap, I'm not the biggest fan of her, but at least she learned her lesson. While Tom Rothman has not learned anything. And I don't think Avi Arad has learned anything either.
Tom is a bum. Yeah. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the power like Tom Hoffman.
She don't have the power that she once did.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's Tom Rothman and Avi Arad who are the problem childs at Sony.
Yep.
We need to acknowledge that. By the way, remember in the credits where they gave that big shout out to Avi Arad in the No Way Home credits?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about, like, being so full of yourself where, like, you got to dedicate a part of the credits to you. It's like, listen, Avi Arad, he did help bring Spider-Man to the big screen, but he also played a role in some of the problems with Spider-Man on the blame screen.
I like the trailer. I thought the trailer looked fun. Me and George think the trailer was very inspired by how James Gunn wants his trailers.
Listen, I'm not saying everything Avi Arad touches is bad, but he has a really poor track record. I'm going off your track records. This man had this is the guy that pressured Sam Raimi into putting Venom in Spider-Man 3 when Raimi clearly had no interest in doing the character.
Oh.
Because Venom was just a bigger name. But guess what? Bigger names don't mean better movies. We've seen that with some of the other Spider-Man movies. Guess what? Homecoming and Far From Home, they had Vulture and Mysterio. Better movies than Spider-Man 3. Guess what? No Way Home didn't have Venom. They had all the other Spider-Man villains from previous movies. Still better than Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Oh, I'm itchy. I'm sorry. All right, last topic. Then before we end, are you excited for this? Edge of Tomorrow at 2. Edge of Tomorrow 2. Let me read it.
I gotta rewatch the first one. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Edge of Tomorrow 2 has been discussed at Warner Brothers, and Tom Cruise also wants to return doing more auteur-driven films. So he wants to do Edge of Tomorrow 2. I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to get Edge of Tomorrow 2.
That's good. Listen. Tom Cruise, to me, he is one of the most passionate people that's in the business right now. He obviously, he has become a great ambassador to films post-COVID, promoting even his rivals movies.
Yes, he has.
He is trying to get people back into the theater. I mean, for goodness sakes, the man apparently, according to Barbara Muschietti, simmed for The Flash.
Apparently, Warner Brothers is signing people on like Tom Cruise and Margot Robbie to get high profile
because they need the talent. Listen, Tom Cruise. Have you ever seen The Last Samurai?
Yes, of course.
Phenomenal movie. One of my all-time favorite movies. I was rewatching that movie last month. Give us more movies like that, Warner Brothers. That's a Warner Brothers movie that Tom Cruise produced. If you give us more movies like that, we in for something special. But here's the thing, David Zaslav, he gotta stop canceling stuff. Listen, it's nice that you're signing great talents like Margot Robbie and Tom Cruise, but it's like, as great as they are, They can't carry your studio forever.
Also, The Crow has a release date, June 7th. Bill Skarsgård. I didn't even know The Crow was. I know The Crow was happy. I didn't know it was filming or done filming. Yeah, I saw this. Yeah. Um, yeah. So they apparently, yeah. So they got Tom Cruise on board. They got Margot Robbie on board. They're going for high price talent. I mean, like a week ago, they signed like Margot Robbie studio, production studio. They're definitely gonna work with more Margot Robbie. Like they're with her as a producer. Obviously, she's like, look. I think she's coming back as Harley Quinn.
Well, listen, they value Margot as a talent,
Yeah.
not just because of Harley Quinn, but also Barbie.
Yeah,
They listen. If you value something, you want to hold on to it.
yeah. She's an asset. She's an asset for sure to them. When she made $1 billion, they like her. James Gunn likes her. I think she likes working with James Gunn. She also likes working with Warner Brothers. Obviously,
Well, here's the thing. I think she had a way better experience working with James Gunn than the original Suicide Squad when Jared Leto was doing stupid stuff.
David Ayers and all that.
I'm not gonna blame David Ayer but like Jared Leto definitely he was sus. He's a sus individual.
Yes. I just don't know how far. I just don't know when we're gonna get Harley Quinn. Maybe that Arkham series. Maybe that Arkham series that Matt Reeves is developing for the DCU. Maybe Harley Quinn will appear there. They might have to get a new Joker, a different. If they're gonna get a Joker, it might be a different Joker, not a Jared Leto Joker. Then, right? Because we don't want Jared Leto's Joker to be back in James Gunn's DCU. If they, well, I'll be ready, man. I'll be ready. Next episode will definitely be Saturday, but maybe she'll appear in the Arkham series. I don't know. For DCU. So yeah, I'm kind of watching the Raptor game while I do this stream.
I have the Suns versus Dallas game on.
No, Knicks don't play tonight.
They do, but it's like I'm like very. Oh wait, they beating Philly by 15.
Oh wow.
Okay, good. This is a victory we kind of need with who knows what's going on with Julius Randle. We kind of need this victory because we got some guys that are hurt.
Oh, but don't worry, they have Embiid hurt.
Yeah, well, Embiid's hurt, so like, listen, we gotta take advantage of some of these crummy teams. I'm just gonna say this though, like, Milwaukee, we all watching you right now.
Milwaukee.
Doc, we watching you, Doc. Listen, well, I'm gonna agree with Stephen A. Smith. If he don't deliver, I'm not talking about this season, but the following season, this has to be Doc Rivers' last job as a head coach.
I agree.
I mean, listen, I'm not slandering Doc. He's done some very good things. He's actually overperformed for teams that should not have gotten as far as they have gone. But at the same time, at a certain point, you're kind of past your prime as a coach. And I think he's been past his prime. Now, I'm not going to blame him for Ben Simmons playing crappy. That's on Ben Simmons. Because he got even worse under post-Doc. So, but I'm just saying, like, like JJ Redick said, I almost called him JJ Abrams. You gotta be more accountable, dude.
Former Clipper JJ Abrams.
You know what? JJ Abrams is like the Doc Rivers of directing. You know what? I'm gonna he's the Doc of directing. I'm not exaggerating.
That's actually funny. Well, I'm gonna go, man.
Like, he has these good starts, but then he gives up the 3-1 lead.
Well, I'm gonna end it here, man. George, where can you promote yourself?
Okay, you can find me at the George. I didn't do any videos this weekend, but considering I'm most likely seeing Madam Web this weekend, I'll probably do a review or a rant.
I'll say a prayer for you
on it, and then the following weekend, actually good movies coming out in Dune Part 2 that I will be reviewing. because I want to talk about good stuff. Good stuff makes me happy. Not this crap that Sony thinks is passable when it's not even passable.
All right. Thank you, George. All right. Next episode most likely be Saturday, guys. Saturday. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below.
Peace.